Hello everyone, myself Shambhavi from BBA 4th semester, along with my teammate Nikita and Shruti. Today we are here to present our research topic, that is competitive analysis between McD and Burger King. In this research, we compare both the brand on the basis of their business model, market positioning, product offering, and competitive strength. First, we will discuss about McD. McD was founded in 1940 and is headquartered in Chicago, USA. It operates globally and mainly based on the franchisee-based business model. It focuses on the operational efficiency, standardization, and consistency. The brand positioning is based on the premium quality, brand leadership, and consumer experience. On the other hand, Burger King was founded in 1954 and it is headquartered in Miami, Florida. It also operates globally and based on the franchisee-based business model. It focuses on the affordability, product customization, and menu variety. Its brand positioning is based on the product customization, affordability, and value proposition. Now coming to the product portfolio, McD provides different products like burger, fries, beverages, desserts, breakfast meal, happy meals, etc. The major competitive strength of Burger King of McD are strong global brand equity, consistent quality, product consistency, premium quality, large market share, etc. On the other hand, Burger King also provide different products like burger, fries, beverages, combo meals, etc. The competitive strength of Burger King are affordability, product customization, menu variety, and aggressive marketing campaign that helps to attract customers who prefer value and affordability. Now coming to our research problem, this research helps us to understand about the consumer preference, perceived value, and consumer satisfaction between both the brands, and also help us to understand the factor that influence the consumer purchasing behavior. Both the brand operate in the same QSR, that is quick service restaurant industry, and target the same customer segment, but they are different in their price, quality, service, quantity, etc. This research helps us to understand about the competitive positioning between these two brands. Now coming to our research objective, the main objective of this research is to measure the consumer preference value between these two brands in terms of service, quality, price, etc. To measure the perceived value of money offered by the brand, to measure the consumer satisfaction level across these two brands in different parameters like food, quality, service, hygiene, staff behavior, etc. To identify the key factor that influence the consumer purchasing behavior, to assess the customer loyalty through their recommendation and repeat purchase, to provide actionable recommendation based on the consumer feedback.
Let's start with the research hypothesis. There are two hypotheses. One is null hypothesis and other is alternative hypothesis. Null hypothesis states when there is no relationship between cause and effect, then we use null hypothesis, and alternative hypothesis we use when there is a relationship between cause and effect. In our case, the hypothesis which we use is null hypothesis, which states there is no significant difference between McD and Burger King in terms of customer satisfaction, perceived value, and customer purchasing behavior. On the other side, alternative hypothesis states that there is a significant difference between these two brands in terms of customer preference, value, customer satisfaction, and the variables which we use in this research are two types: independent and dependent. Independent itself brands, and dependent include customer preference, customer satisfaction, brand image, menu variety, perceived value of money. Now talk about the methodology. The methodology we use is descriptive comparative research. Approach we used mixed method, which is combining numeric survey data with qualitative interview things. Data collection we use two types: primary data, secondary data. Primary data we include structured questionnaire, online Google Form surveys, video interviews, and direct observation. For secondary data, we use company website, industry reports for the background history and all. Research instrument, again we use questionnaire, interview, and online forms. Our sample size were 70, from which we use questionnaire for 34, interview schedule 20, and observation method we use 16 number of people from there. Data analysis technique, again we use, since we use mixed method, quantitative and qualitative. So quantitative we use percentage analysis, comparative analysis, and qualitative we use interview insights, observation based findings, and customer feedback. For research instrument, the questionnaire which we used in our research, we categorize them in four sectors. First is uses and choice drivers, in which we include visit and order frequency, whether it can be daily, weekly, monthly, or rarely or never. And some of them were open-ended question, which include most ordered menu item, what they like most about the brand, what the brand should improve. And other sector we have satisfaction rating, in which we design 5-point scale. Customer can rate accordingly, in which we include food quality, taste, menu variety, value for money, staff behavior, hygiene, and all. Lastly, we have loyalty indicators, which is overall satisfaction and how much they want to likely to recommend for their friend, families, and all. From here, I would like to call Shruti to continue further.
Starting with visit behavior, we can see that majority of the users visit these both restaurants around 2 to 3 times per month, which constitute to 58.8%, whereas few of the respondents said that they rarely visit around 29.4%, while others said that they visit these restaurants weekly around 5.9% of respondents said it, and some respondents said that they had never visited both of these restaurants. So now let's see at the brand preference. Brand visit preference. So majority of the users has selected the Burger King as their preferred brand, and 41% of the users has chosen McD, while 12% of the users had preferred both brands. Now let's take a look at the value and menu variety, where majority of the users, around 58.8%, which constitute 59% of the users, said that they prefer Burger King for their better value for money and high variety, while 41% of the users has chosen McD. Now, for better menu variety and approval, again, Burger King has a slightly higher percentage as compared to McD. Like 65% of the users has chosen Burger King for their menu variety and more customization options, whereas 35% of the users were loyal to McDonald's. Now, let's see service quality and the satisfaction. So here we have rated on scale from 0 to 45, where majority of the users, like 3.82% of the customers, have given McDonald's the average rating out of 5, whereas 4% of the users has given Burger King the average score out of 5 when it comes to service. Now let's see the open-ended brand preference insight. So 47% of the users has chosen Burger King, whereas 29% of the users has chosen 29% of the users has chosen McDonald's, while there are 24% of the unclear data. So Burger King was chosen due to its budget-friendly pricing, taste and flavor, and greater menu variety and customization options. Whereas people preferred McDonald's for its hygiene, cleanliness standard, distinct taste and flavor profile, and their competitive pricing. And customers are more loyal towards McDonald's. So now let's see head-to-head comparison. So on overall, like from open-ended preference to service rating to brand preference to menu variety and value for money, in every scenario we can see that Burger King has a slightly higher preference in consumers as compared to McDonald's. Now from here onwards, I would like to call my teammate Nikita.
As we have discussed our research problem hypothesis, now it's time for decision. So, as for our discussion, we rejected null hypothesis because there is a significant difference between these two brands in terms of customer satisfaction, preference, and for their behavior. The recommendation which we like to make from the research for Burger King, sustain affordability and menu. They can continue with this two things, affordability and menu variety. For MACD, we can likely to recommend that they can improve their affordability and value for money perception things for customers, which they can improve. For conclusion, there is clearly states that Burger King leads for money, menu variety, customer satisfaction, and customer perceive for money. For MACD, there is chance to improve in terms of value for money varieties. And as far as we have discussed, MACD remains sustained brand equity, strong positioning in the market. They can both find out the competitive advantage. Thank you for listening the presentation. Hope you find it informative. Now let's take a quick look at the research process.